Hello, everyone, and welcome to Two Peas in a Podcast. I am the champion of Cyrodiil, also known as Connor.
And I am Braden, also known as the Destroyer of Worlds, and probably your marriage.
Great. So we are joined here today with our wonderful producer, Drake, who is helping us out, doing us a solid. And we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it.
I know you already know this, but I'm a huge car guy.
Huge car guy.
Huge car guy.
How many cars have you owned? At least 24?
28 now. I'm just kidding.
That's actually not too far off. How many cars have you
I don't know. I buy and sell them, so it's like I have
huge car guy.
Huge car guy.
How many cars have you owned? At least 24?
28 now. I'm just kidding.
That's actually not too far off. How many cars have you?
I don't know. I buy and sell them, so it's like I have them for a little bit and then I sell them. It's not like I'm like super lucrative and I'm able to do that.
Sounds awesome, man.
I get enough shit for it already. I don't need you coming at me. I thought this was a safe space.
Oh yeah,
but apparently it's not. Okay. But you know who else is a huge car guy?
Who's that?
Elon freaking Musk, dude.
Elon freaking Musk, dude.
Other generations might put a man on the moon. Well, we put a Tesla in the freaking galaxy, bro.
Yes, we did. And we now have the Boring Company, which makes fucking flamethrowers.
Flamethrowers, so you can freaking roast people, literally.
How old is Elon Musk? What do you think?
I don't know how old he is.
Do you think he's a millennial?
He's not a millennial. Okay. I mean, he was what? He was born in South Africa, right? I think he's South
African. Oh, okay. He's not even American.
He is.
Oh, is he?
He's just not American born.
He's like, okay.
Wow, dude. Wow.
What do you mean?
Someone can't be an American if they're not born here?
They can born wherever they want. I was born in Germany. Did you know that?
You were not.
No, I wasn't.
Wow, you Deutsch bag.
You're the
it's your joke.
The worst.
Oh, the worst. Oh, it's a sausage joke.
Okay.
No, but so he's gonna colonize Mars.
He's for sure is. So here's a question I have for you.
Yeah.
Elon Musk comes up to you right now, right?
And he's 46, by the way.
He's 46. Okay, so he's close to being a millennial. He's not super far off.
Yeah.
He comes up. He has this fucking boring flamethrower. He's in his Tesla. He like whips around, right? He says, "Braden, I'm sending you to Mars right now. All the food you could ever want. I'm gonna send you with 9 other people. You're never gonna be able to come home."
Are they all girls?
Why does it matter?
We have to colonize Mars, dude. I'm not gonna be sent up there. Oh, sausage fest to Mars.
Okay.
That's gonna be sick. No one's gonna go.
So you're saying there needs to be more girls and a couple like DJs, some drinks.
All I'm saying is, I'm sure.
So how much? So girls get in free? Is that what you're saying? And guys have to pay a fee?
It's girls' night.
Girls' night on Mars.
I'm the Boring Company. Girls' night. We're gonna send a rocket to frickin' space, dude. Like, no.
Okay.
All I'm saying is they only need my seed. They need me for my seed. They don't need me up there.
Right.
At all.
Okay. So you think, okay.
They could literally keep me here, and they will just send my embryo.
Your embryo.
My egg. They'll send my ovarian lining up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, they just send you.
They're just gonna send it.
Just hit send. Risky text. Send the ovarian lining up
there,
right?
Yeah.
Let's just say they're gonna send you up there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're sending you up there first, 10 years, and then more people will eventually come. Would you do it? Would you do it by yourself?
By myself for 10 years?
Yeah.
I wouldn't make it. I'd drive myself mad. I'm driving myself mad with other people around.
Do you think you would have items be personified like in Castaway?
Oh, 100%.
You think so?
Yes.
And you would talk to them? What if you had like internet connection, you could like FaceTime people?
I could FaceTime?
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be worse because I'd have FOMO. I'd have fear of missing out.
Whoa.
Yeah. Because I would be seeing everybody and be like, wow, I could do that, but all I have is a bunch of red dirt.
Yeah, FOMO, man.
I'm pretty sure it's red, right? Mars is red dirt.
I think it's just really brown.
I've been studying
Mars culture.
Mars culture for the past 5 years, and I'm almost positive it's red.
Yeah, I'm positive too.
Month of test results back?
Month of red. You know what I mean?
You mean it's your time of the month?
I have HIV.
No, oh my god!
No, I don't.
No, thank the Lord.
Yeah.
Let's keep it that way.
Okay.
Just remember, flies spread disease, Connor. So keep yours closed.
That's great advice.
That's a good one.
Do you remember the story? So this is a story. We were at your mom's house, and the one guy walked up to the door and knocked on the door. Do you remember this?
No.
He knocks on the door. He was like a neighbor or something. And he walks in the house.
He walked into my house. Yeah.
He walked into your house.
Uninvited. Totally uninvited.
Yeah, we're just chilling. It was a summer day. We were hanging out, having,
I forgot about this.
He walks right in. And he's like, hey, how's it going, guys? And, like, we didn't know, like, who he was because,
I thought he was a friend of my mom's husband.
Yeah, and so we were just like, oh, hey, what's going on, man? And he's talking to us, and he's shooting the shit. And he pulls out, what was his name? Was it, like, S? Or, like, no, it wasn't S. It was, like...
It was one letter.
It was, like, E or something.
E or something like that.
Yeah, E or EJ. Was it EJ? I don't know.
EJ!
It was EJ, yeah. So he shows up, and he's like, yeah, my name's EJ. He's like, not, like, EJ, but, like, the letter.
And then he pulled out his ID.
He pulled out his ID and it was shredded. So obviously he shouldn't have been driving.
Yeah, he was hammered.
He was so gone. And he pulls it out and it says EJ, like the letters E and J. He's like, yeah, that's my name. And he's like, and he couldn't figure it. He's like, yeah, I just saw some cars in your driveway. Thought I'd stop by. I thought there was a party. Like this guy just spends his day driving around, showing up to houses, trying to get drunk off of other people's stuff. He's like, yeah, I thought you guys were partying.
Shouldn't have been drinking.
Yeah, it was like a Wednesday night.
And driving.
Yeah, and so then he literally just with his kid too.
Oh yeah, he came back with his kid.
He left. Oh yeah, so he leaves, pulls out, goes down this road to his house wherever he's at, comes back a couple hours later with his kid, and shows up drunk driving his kid
around. It's so sad.
It's ridiculous, dude. Well,
so sad, dude.
Super sad. Do you know what else is sad?
What?
This is really sad. So, I know you and I have talked about this before. We've talked about this a lot. I know.
You're going to do it to me again.
I'm going to do it to you again. Logan Paul.
Oh, my gosh.
I know you don't like him. So, previously, we haven't spoken about this since this is the first episode, but I have considered myself in the past part of the Low Gang. I'm a Jake Pauler.
Oh.
I'm a Maverick, some may say.
You're not a Maverick.
I'm a Maverick, dude. But that all changed just a couple days.
That all changed when I met her.
It's the introduction
that all
to
changed
some
when I met her.
sappy.
When I met, and along came Polly.
But that all changed when the Fire Nation
The Avatar. Oh my gosh.
No. But okay, so here's what it is. So he obviously, everyone fucking knows, he filmed the dead body, Suicide Forest, Japan.
Yeah.
Very disrespectful to the people there.
Yeah.
And not that I did not side with him absolutely on any of that at all.
But you still considered yourself a part of the Low Gang still at that point.
I would say that I was on leave, paid leave. You know, I was taking a break.
But the fact that you even showed up to the party.
Listen, I was a big fan of his vines growing up. Younger in high school, I thought he was funny. I thought it was cool that he's making his money off of YouTube. He's like our age. I thought that was cool.
I thought it was. You had the same hair for a while.
I didn't watch his videos, but I thought it was interesting how much money he was making off of what he was doing. Mm-hmm. So he basically got in trouble with YouTube.
You would just call his house and hang up too, right?
Yeah, I would call his house.
Heavy breathing.
Yeah, and then I would show up on his couch. I'd knock and hey Logan, it's Conner again.
Me again.
What's up? Just checking in.
Did somebody order a pizza?
Oh, I'm just joking. But what's up, Logan?
What's up? No, but really, it's extra sausage.
Logan. All right. Anyway. No, but so I'm conflicted. I'm not conflicted anymore, but I was conflicted. So when that whole thing happened, I was like, I really started to watch his videos. I'm like, man, this guy kind of sucks, dude. Like, I really didn't like it. And I thought, okay, so he got his advertisement pulled. Like, it was basically halved. So he's making half as much money off of YouTube.
Oh, he's only making $1 million.
And he's making most of his money off of merch anyway, so who gives a shit? So he'd make half of his money off of that, which, okay, it's a reasonable punishment. They pulled his movie and all that shit, so he's not getting any of that stuff, even though he's still getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Recently, just a couple days ago, he was filmed on his own vlog. It wasn't him being filmed. He fucking did it himself.
Yeah.
He pulled a fish out of water, was messing with it. There was a dead squirrel, and he fucking tased it. Like he with the
he tased rats too, right?
Yeah, like
he went in the garbage and
like with dead animals.
And then YouTube was like, "Oh, that's the final straw."
But here's the thing: I thought so. For me, I was like, YouTube was obviously much more cognizant. But what YouTube did after this came about, which is just kind of fucked and weird. Like that's like some weird ass kid in like 6th grade that no one hangs out with does some crazy shit like that.
It's like counting kills.
Yeah, like he's like something mentally not 100% there. And so he was doing that shit. And the thing, YouTube pulled all. No longer makes any ad money, and also all of his. So he's making no money except for his merch, which he's still making a lot off of that. Secondary, none of his shows will pop up on the trending or the recommended. So like when his videos would pop up, like Logan suicide redemption video, like all this other stuff, those would pop up. He'd get more viewers. People would look in the recommended, like, oh, look at this.
He got more subscribers, right? After
1 million, and he bragged about it.
He got 1 million more,
and he bragged about it afterwards. And so that's like, And so I saw him posting a video.
What
like,
a chotch, dude!
Yeah, what a fucking tchotchke.
He's a chode.
He's a fat chode.
I mean, he's pretty in shape, but
he's a ripped.
He's chiseled.
He's fucking.
He is gorgeous.
Man, I tell you what, he's got that blonde hair.
No, he sucks, dude. He sucks.
And so it just sucks because I was like, I really was hoping that he would take this as a platform to launch off of that. And
like Elon Musk,
like launch right up into fucking space.
He's gonna
solve all of the.
What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna launch a Tesla right into space. Whoa! What's up? We're gonna launch these dead rats. These dead rats are gonna get tased in this Tesla in space, bro. Whoa. What's up? It's all about the respect, dude. That dude can suck a fat one, dude. I can't even believe it, man.
I know.
Come on,
I know,
bro.
dude. And so I think this for me, as someone who had kind of like not admired, but I followed their story and I was like genuinely interested in like how he was getting so much views and so much money. And then now I was just like, this was like, okay, no, he's seriously a piece of shit, and he's not gonna. I thought he would turn it around and be something productive.
Oh,
at least a little bit for like.
But he blessed us with his 3-week hiatus. Oh, God bless him, dude. God bless him. That 3 weeks was like that was enough time for us to recover. I think.
Yeah, and he gained more popularity for it.
Oh.
And he gained more popularity, and then he does this
return video, right?
Yeah, and he was like, he did a return video where he's like walking. There's slow panning shots of him. He literally was like, "Hey, record me looking sad and walking around talking about redemption." That's what he did. And then he takes the water. We talked about this before, but it's my favorite thing in every redemption video. Just the water splash on the face. Like he's cleansing. He's being baptized. Of his sins are being cleansed.
Exorcise the demons. Exorcise the demons. No, but did you notice? Okay, so he got his hair cut. Right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, but then in the video, the redemption video, he had he put on a wig. In his redemption video to make it look to make it look like his hair was still long, and then it was like short again.
And he had a beard and stuff.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Worst person of 2018. I think so far, yeah. Yeah. So Drake over here. Drake said one of the most baller things that I've ever heard in my entire life yesterday. the most baller.
Wait, more baller than saying baller?
Big baller, dude. Big baller. He's not a small baller. Drake's a big baller. So he's saying to me yesterday, we're talking, he's like, yeah, there's only three things that I don't talk about. I was like, oh, okay, what's that? Drake says, I don't talk about money, I don't talk about my relationships, and I don't tell people what my next move is.
Oh!
How fucking baller.
That's pretty rad.
Isn't that sick? So here's my question. Drake is from California.
Okay.
Right?
That's in the territorial United States.
Territorial west side of the west side. Shout out west side of the U.S. So here's the question. You know who else is from the west side? That's right. Tupac. You ever seen Drake and Tupac in the same place?
Are you kidding me, dude?
Kind of looks like it too.
Tupac Shakur is our producer.
Yep.
I'm pretty stoked about that.
It's pretty good. And we were talking about yesterday how this is something that I feel like we could both relate to. Mm-hmm. Drake was talking about how the weather is much different in California, and we were talking about how Midwesterners do this thing. It's a classic Midwesterner and East Side trick. Is to completely belittle anyone who thinks that it's cold or snowing.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Just shame. We shame people.
Yeah. They're like, they're like, yeah, I just heard that this winter's pretty bad, and
oh, you think your winter's bad?
Yeah. I lost my mom in a snowdrift when I was 4. my dad was winged by a stray icicle.
But then we'll say first. We'll be like, what you don't know.
Sorry.
What you really don't know.
Almost in Canada, yeah.
Is back in my day.
Yeah.
I walked 3 miles in a snowstorm, uphill.
Both ways.
Both ways.
One pillow.
No pillowcase. And 3 pills of Viagra. I was.
Female or male Viagra?
That's a thing now, right?
Yes.
You were telling me about that a little bit.
Female Viagra is a thing. I don't know how it works. Much like I don't know how the woman
You don't know human
body,
anatomy?
how a female anatomy works, but it doesn't. I don't know exactly how. I think it's definitely being tested. I'm not sure if it's in stores. I think it's at like Walmart or something. Like I'm pretty positive it's still on shelves right now.
That's some shit you're gonna have to go to like Guatemala to get, or like you're
you're gonna have to go
this
to
shit.
you
You're
gotta go
ordering this shit.
somewhere in the Himalayan mountains. It's like produced by like a group of monks.
Some Russian dude in a cave.
You want how many female Viagra? He's not even allowed back in his country.
You want to have sex with me?
No, I'm just here to buy pills.
I'm just here to get some ibuprofen.
Oh,
I just need baby aspirin. My child is not doing well. He's like, all right, give her 3 of these. It's like, you're still handing me the same pills.
This is women Viagra. I need baby.
I need baby aspirin. All right, how do you feel about, this is totally changing up the subject.
That's fine.
How do you feel about the whole Ancestry.com thing, like having access to your DNA, like? Because
how do I feel about it?
I signed up, and my dad actually got me the Ancestry.com kit for Christmas.
And you are French, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Did you not get the results yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Well, I got the kit, I activated it, and they're like, do you want to participate in some scientific study? And I'm thinking about it like it's like, do we have your consent to like use your DNA? And I was like, you know what? Sure, for science. Like, I'm not gonna. But if there's another clone out there of me, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. You know what I mean? Like one of those things.
Right.
But I thought it'd be kind of funny to send in whatever DNA I wanted to send in. Like, because I mean, it's any DNA.
Right, and you have a lot of different types of DNA on your person at one time.
Yes.
For you especially.
Yeah, there's lots of weird growths, I'm sure.
Okay. Weird mutations.
So I thought it'd be funny to send in like a semen sample, which I did. I found out not only am I Asian, but I'm also sterile. So, just kidding. I'm probably fertile, I hope. I want to have kids. That's just my thing. I want to have kids eventually. I want to have a family.
So you're do you know like the general like where your family comes from?
Hungary and France and white.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a little bit different. I'm a little more exotic.
Oh, you're a little more ethnic.
I got a little bit of German in me.
Oh.
A little bit of Polish.
Oh, you're the worst.
Yep. A little bit of German and Polish.
You know,
I'm a brat.
Like a bratwurst.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Cool. So thinking about this, I heard a story. So this is the story of how I came to America. This is a great story. My great-grandfather, right?
I mean, you were just born in the hospital here.
Yeah, but this is the struggle that I didn't have to deal with in my ancestors.
The plight.
Yeah, exactly. But so this is part of my story. So my great-grandfather, this is how he came to America. He didn't just come here because of better opportunities, whatever. He was a farmer in Poland, and there were some soldiers that wanted his crops. I believe it was during wartime, World War I, or I don't know exactly what time period, but
Vietnam probably.
Yeah, something like that. And so they came to his farm and they said, "Hey, we need this certain amount of food for the military." And my grandfather goes, "Well, no, go fuck yourself. I'm not giving you any of my crops." And the guys go, "Well, too bad." Right? And we're gonna take your shit. And so my grandpa goes, "Oh, okay." And it was only one soldier that was there. So he goes, "Oh, okay." He takes a pitchfork, runs the guy through with a pitchfork.
Stabbed him?
No joke. Yes. I'm dead serious. He stabs this guy, right? So he freaks out. He goes, "I just killed a guy." Grabs all of his shit. He lived alone at the time. It was just like his elderly father or whatever. Yeah. So he grabs all of his stuff, comes to America, moves to Indiana, started his life there, opened up a bar in South Bend, Indiana, and here I am today.
Holy crap, dude!
Isn't that kind of a cool story?
That's insane. So your grandfather was a farmer and
also a murderer, but yes,
but these guys were trying to soil his.
Yeah, they were trying to soil it,
so to speak.
Yeah. That was kind of corny.
I'm sorry.
That was kind of corny.
I'm sorry, dude. You could whatever.
Corny, yeah.
Corny. Oh,
I had to say it 3 times,
dude.
Man.
Oh man.
So,
gosh, you really planted that one.
Yeah. I laid the seeds down for that, and
you keep at it. I'm gonna start stalking you.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
So I was thinking about this. So people who Yelp, okay? People who Yelp. there are some of the funniest fucking reviews that I've ever seen in my life. I was on Yelp looking at this pizza place downtown in the lovely city of Chicago where we are currently located. I can't remember the name of the pizza place, but I was looking at reviews.
Pizzeria Uno?
Maybe something like that.
Giordano's?
Gino's Eats? Illuminati's? It's like Illuminati's?
Oh, and like the pizza slices are like, oh, I see, like the triangle.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I like Illuminati's better than the other 7,000 deep dish pizzas that are exactly the same. But
Don't ever say that again. They're not the same.
well, they're pretty much.
It's all in the sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently you're lost in it, so.
Sometimes you get lost in the sauce, as Quavo once said.
It's Quavo!
It's Quavo, dude.
It's not Quavo!
What if he's laughing at everyone that says it's Quavo?
Dude, it's not
I think
Quavo.
it's Quavo. It's pronounced
It's,
Quavo.
oh, Quavo's a part of the Migos, dude.
Quavo and the... All right, you don't need to... You don't need to
So,
do that.
so okay, so you're on Yelp.
Okay,
And-
so Yelping, right? People on Yelp leave the funniest reviews. I'm looking at this pizza place, and they say the review was, "This place is terrible." Gave it 1 star. This place is like a really good restaurant. I like 4.5 stars.
Yeah.
They're like 1 star. They gave me the wrong size and the wrong pizza, and I went, "Oh, so you had someone else's order?" Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like,
what do you mean? You get
Yeah.
He's like, just go up to the person and say, "Hey, I have the wrong size and the wrong pizza.
Yeah.
Maybe I have someone else's order."
Yeah, I'm
Right?
I'm sure they would kindly replace it for you or figure it out.
So here's a little fun
You probably
hack.
ate the whole thing too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Here's a little fun hack for any college students out there, anybody who's trying to save some money. What you can do is if you get you and another friend or group of people, two groups of people at least, you go and you order.
Sit at separate tables. Is that what you're saying?
No. You order carry out at a
Okay.
place, right? You show up. You both say like the same name or something like that, right? And when you show up, you order very similar things, but not exactly the same. So you order like, "Hey, I want 3 pepperoni pizzas." The other person's like, "I want 3 sausage pizzas," or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. The one person goes in and you purposefully take the order that's not yours, and you leave with it. And then the other person's gonna come in and say, "Where's my order?" And they're gonna be like, "Oh crap, we got to make 3 more," because they won't take the pizzas back after you take them out of the restaurant.
Oh, so you're just like encouraging people to steal.
No, I'm just
Okay.
saying, don't do it. Don't do it at mom and pop shops. But if you want to do it to Papa John, he can live with
Dude,
it.
Papa John worked hard to get where he's at.
Yeah. Yeah. We immediately laugh at that. Yeah, Papa John. Yeah, he's gonna have to consume
That's just
7 less steaks a day.
That's just stealing.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. Oh no, they stole my pizzas. Looks like I'm gonna have to downgrade from the Ferrari today to my electric Tesla because
What,
I can't. Like,
what a slice of life.
Yeah, what a they just have such a large piece of the pie.
Piece of the pie?
Piece of the pizza pie game. Man, it's a
Oh
tongue twister.
my god.
Tongue twister.
Dude.
Oh man.
That was a cheesy tongue twister.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god. But people who Yelp, all right? People who Yelp. Along with that, there's this guy. His name is Laszlo. He's located in South Bend, Indiana.
Uh-huh.
And he's the funniest fucking Yelp reviewer I've ever seen in my entire life.
Do you have an example?
I absolutely have an example. Now, first of all, for you to understand Laszlo's a character, right? He's a funny guy. His bio on Yelp is, "I detest overly happy Yelpers." So that's a good start.
So people who go in, they're like, oh,
So people who enjoy
the atmosphere is great, everything.
So people who like tend to enjoy things,
The
Laszlo
facilities.
fucking hates that. He's like, "Hey, stop enjoying things because they're shitty and everything sucks." All right.
Oh my gosh.
This is Laszlo. So he goes. Basically, what Laszlo does.
Who
is
hurt him?
He goes to really nice restaurants, like 4 or 5 stars, and he rates them 1 to 2 stars about his experience. And man, does Laszlo go in. The 1 5-star that I saw in his account, looping it back around, Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut?
A regular old Pizza Hut. And he says, "I must say, this particular corporate pizza place is an aberration on the usual theme of corporate franchise trip." He tries to sound so much more intricate than he actually is. And I love it. So here's what he says about a restaurant in South Bend. 4.5 stars. He gave it 1, right? And he just says some of the most ridiculous things. He says, "Okay, where to start? He wrote
What a pretentious asshole, dude.
Okay, well, no, this is Laszlo. We're talking
Okay.
about here. He's a connoisseur. I don't even know French. Breguet.
What?
Avant-garde of pizza.
Avec moi?
Yeah. I don't. Sorry, I don't speak.
Your French is a little.
Oh, sorry, I don't speak Italian.
Oh.
So, so what he says. So he goes on. It's a really long paragraph, and so there's just a couple things that he talks about. And one of the things is he says, "Now I bravely ordered the new buffalo and bison burger."
Brave.
And he's like,
what a brave guy.
He's like, and I knew that bison is much leaner than beef, so I ordered medium rare. Like he tells this almost like this almost sounds like a 50 Shades of Grey.
It sounds like he really thinks that he's like
Yep.
the shit. Like he really thinks that he is like.
Yeah. No. He sounds like when he goes to these places, he's expecting for the best experience specifically tailored to him. Like I feel like he goes in and he tells them he's a Yelp reviewer. For sure.
Well, yeah,
right?
but South Park did this whole thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so like one of the things he says right here is it took them 35 minutes to make his burger, and he says, and here comes my lame dry burglar. Dry burglar. The burglar. It's a hopeless, hapless little guy in a king-size bed of a bun. Utterly tasteless. Dry.
He made an utterly pun? He made a cow pun.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
Utterly tasteless, dry, and for $13, what a jip.
What a jip.
What a jip indeed,
Oh,
Laszlo.
Laszlo.
What a jip indeed.
Well, you know what? We should have Laszlo on here as our first guest.
Laszlo, if you're hearing this, I know you hate people enjoying themselves.
Yeah, we're not having fun, by the way.
Yeah,
so
we hate this.
Don't expect that kind of attitude coming to it.
So
just
go
be
ahead
optimistic.
and do us a favor, Laszlo. Drop us a 1-star. Write us a review on whatever you're listening to this to, and then hop on the podcast, and you can come and defend yourself.
And definitely for free too, because we're not gonna pay you to be on here. For
we
publicity.
can't even. I don't even have water to give my producer. So.
No.
All right. Well, thanks to everyone for watching.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in
To the Pod Squad, the 2 Peas in a Podcast. Next week, tune in where we talk about Tide Pods.
2 Peas in a Tide Podcast. That's what we're gonna title it.
Enjoy, everyone.
Ciao.
Ciao.